Hello everyone, my name is Bobby Kotick, the biggest scumbag CEO of Activision, the greediest gaming company in the entire universe. I've heard from all of you in the Call of Duty community.
Yo, who the f are you talking to? You think you're the main character or some shit? You're not that guy, pal. Buddy, I'll literally put you in a headlock, body slam you through Joe Sekot's favorite door, and then proceed to—
Shut up, IMD1. What are you gonna do about it? Make the best Call of Duty videos on YouTube? Tell the truth about my multi-billion-dollar company? And expose me for being the piece of slimy bastard that I am?
Well, actually, yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do about it. It's funny you—
Don't finish that. Now let me finish what I was saying before you barged in here uninvited.
Dude, I was literally standing here the entire time, blind as a bat looking mother—
Anyway, as I was saying, all of us at Activision have heard your cries.
You serious?
We know you're sick and tired of my beloved company Activision and fan-favorite developer team Infinity Ward giving you things you never asked for. And we totally understand your frustration. That's why we're letting AI take over the future of Call of Duty.
Yes, you heard that right. The jokes are over, unfortunately. Activision hates Call of Duty fans. In my recent amazing video, Why Modern Warfare 3 is the biggest scam ever, I briefly touched on the scary new AI voice chat moderation in Modern Warfare 2. It'll permanently ban you from Call of Duty. We'll dive deeper into that later in this video, but I'd recommend watching my MW3 scam video as well. It'll give you full context behind the disaster and you'll be wildly entertained. But in this video, I'm going to explain the 5 biggest ways Activision has sucked all the fun out of Call of Duty in recent years and ruined the franchise. So, you're going to want to stick around to watch the whole way through. I promise you will not be disappointed if you're not a paste-eating codsucker. If you're new to the channel, IMD1, I'd highly recommend you subscribe to say you were here before we totally take over the Call of Duty YouTube scene and bring passion back to creating content for you guys. And hit that like button as well if you enjoy. I already know you will. If you're not a paste-eating, mouth-breathing piece of shit. Also, comment to voice your own thoughts down below. I want to hear what you guys think about this. Activision has been getting away with this for far too long. They absolutely hate us all. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it, boys. First, let's discuss the most disgusting way Activision has taken all the fun out of Call of Duty: skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a term we're all familiar with, codsucker or not, but it truly has sucked all the fun out of Call of Duty, and it has ramped up since Modern Warfare 2019. Skill-based matchmaking is exactly what it sounds like. It is a garbage-ass system which matches players up in Call of Duty multiplayer by skill rather than connection. Back on the old Call of Duties, I'm talking about COD 4 through Black Ops 2, ping was king. It's common sense to make sure your players have the strongest connection possible, not to make sure they get matched up against 6-optic scumpy G Fuel addicts. I'm sick of it. Activision uses this system to make it easier for new players to compete with us elite gaming athletes. That's sarcasm. None of you gamers are athletes, unless sitting in a chair all day eating Doritos and unhealthily chugging G Fuel is a sport. Remember when we had to play the game to get better? Not anymore. Now you get a participation trophy for simply playing the game. Literally, you earn trophy systems for doing nothing. Even the Black Ops Cold War score streak system would reward you points toward your streaks for doing absolutely nothing. A lot of Call of Duty fanboys, I call them codsuckers, they'll actively defend skill-based matchmaking like it's their own child. It's straight up weird and sad to witness. But the codsuckers argue, you only hate on skill-based matchmaking because you're afraid of facing players who are on the same skill level. You're just mad you can't steamroll a team of noobs and drop nukes every game. Yeah, it's a skill issue, hater. Get good at the game or stop playing, you loser. First of all, none of us Call of Duty veterans are scared of facing players at the same skill level as us. We did it all the time back in the old Call of Duties. Hell, you can still do it on Modern Warfare Remastered in 2023. Yes, I'm desperately nudging you to repopulate the game, okay? But it wasn't 10 games in a row of suffering, getting curb stomped by a bunch of wannabe streamers and CDL losers. I hate having to play against a bunch of sweaty, no-life losers. Meanwhile, I'm playing on my team with Helen Keller, Stevie Wonder, and a bunch of brain-dead idiots who don't know their thumb from their ass. Now that I'm thinking about it, they probably are playing with their thumbs up their asses, which would actually explain a lot. I hate playing the game knowing the game is playing me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I hate how there's no real way to get better at the game, because the game forces you to stay in one skill bracket. So yeah, I don't mind at all having to face COD players with actual thumbs, but the problem is SBMM intentionally manipulates how well you're doing in every match. Activision wants your KD and win-loss ratio to be as close to a 1.0 as possible. I've said it before, but SBMM is literally communism. But seriously, SBMM ruins the traditional Call of Duty multiplayer experience. It has made Modern Warfare 2 2022 totally unplayable. And then there's engagement optimized matchmaking, which manipulates you in-game. It's rigged! Engagement optimized matchmaking, or EOMM, the existence of it truly became obvious in Modern Warfare 2 when the COD community began reporting shady things happening while they were in the middle of gunfights. Players were experiencing inconsistent damage issues, footstep audio, hit detection, random lag spikes, you name it. That's when everyone began to realize that this is all way too coincidental for everyone to be claiming to experience the same problems at the same time. And that's when claims of skill-based damage, skill-based footsteps, and skill-based hit detection were all widely accepted by the community. It forced players to quit Modern Warfare 2. I mean, the game is playing us. What's the point? A former Call of Duty developer even admitted that SBMM has been in COD since COD 4 in 2007, which confirms the newer games do as well, and he acknowledges that. So why wouldn't engagement optimized matchmaking exist too? And come to find out, these rigged matchmaking systems, SBMM and EOMM, exist for the sole purpose of you purchasing Call of Duty's cringe bundles and operator skins. Want proof? Here are official Activision patents which confirm Call of Duty is rigged. Charlie Intel tried to cover it up saying, oh, that was from Skylanders from years ago. Dude, you think Activision would use that in Skylanders and not Call of Duty? Everyone knows it's in the game, stop lying. I covered this in a prior video to prove Modern Warfare 2 is rigged, but basically what these screenshots are telling you is that players who have bought skins in the Call of Duty shop get easier lobbies and unfair advantages in gunfights. This is an actual thing, where it will match bundle buying morons with players who have not bought the new skins in order to encourage them to buy them. It's the sole reason SBMM and EOMM exist in Call of Duty. Activision has turned Call of Duty into a casino. Do you still not believe me when I tell you Activision hates us Call of Duty fans? Let me introduce you to another one of the biggest ways Activision has sucked all the fun out of Call of Duty. I call it the Infinity Ward effect. Most of you studs already know where I'm going with this, but for the rest of you who have no clue what I'm talking about, you need to hear me out on this. When I talk about the Infinity Ward effect, I'm talking about deafeningly loud footsteps, ginormous horrible maps that make me want to bash my head into a wall, realism in Call of Duty, which is obviously total bullshit because you have Nicki Minaj running around like she just chugged a load of G Fuel, but hey, you got sentinels camping in corners and windows, listening to elephants coming around the corner, then calling themselves skilled when they get the kill, cause turning your headset volume up max actually takes skill. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, then you're one of the lucky ones to still have some brain cells left over. Back in the glory days of Call of Duty, we didn't have to worry about any of this bullshit. You could even go back to Cold War and experience somewhat of what it used to be like. It is the closest Call of Duty we've had recently to an OG Call of Duty like Black Ops 1. Dead Silence or Ninja Perk is something the COD community should not have to ask for. Infinity Ward is either deaf, stupid, or both, and I'm willing to bet my money on both. The reason why Call of Duty vets absolutely despise loud footsteps is because it handicaps you. Now all the Infinity Ward Modern Warfare fanboys will be coming in here saying, no, you just need to adapt. Yeah, you have a skill issue, and you're just mad that you can't run around like a maniac anymore. You mean rush? Like Call of Duty was always designed for? Like, these dudes do realize video games are made to be fun, right? The skill issue and adapt arguments make me laugh, because these elephant herd footsteps have literally caused Optic Scump to retire from CDL and the Marka J to quit YouTube altogether. Two of the greatest players who have ever played Call of Duty. Legends. So don't give me that skill issue nonsense. For them, it clearly is not a skill issue. It's a fun-sucking issue. Anyone who says it's a skill issue is just a clown who either came from Fortnite or Rainbow Six Siege. Go back to Rainbow Six if you want to play that boring-ass tactical sentinel playstyle. I don't know how you do it. I fall asleep at the thought of it. The whole point of video games is to escape reality. The whole fun in it is that it is not realistic. I'm not stranded here in the middle of the ocean, right? I can't be the only one who understands this. Comment down below if you agree. And the maps. Don't even get me started. Infinity Ward seems to be totally obsessed with making maps that have no structure and have 69 sightlines so that you're never in a good position. It's how they rig the spawns too, which are also atrocious. Soon as you go on a streak, they'll spawn some mouth breather right behind you to end your streak and bring that KD closer to a 1. Not to mention, most of these maps Infinity Ward creates are way too big for 6v6 multiplayer. They're freaking ground war maps. Santa Claus Santa Cena Border Crossing is a perfect example of what not to do when making a Call of Duty map. Makes more sense why a lot of these matches you'll find yourself in end up going a distance. 1 hour TDM games. I've never heard of it. Never knew it existed until I played Infinity Turd's Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2. That's why they call it Modern Snorfare. Once you play it, you understand exactly why it has been given that title. Still don't believe me when I tell you Activision hates us all? Listen to my next reason. And I don't think this is talked about nearly enough. The cease and desist of SM2 and other free fan-made modded clients of older Call of Duty games. I'm gonna get to a bigger point here, so hear me out. It's massively important. News broke out about the cancellation of SM2, which was basically going to be all the best features, maps, weapons, all that, of Call of Duty in history put into one. As a result, the entire Call of Duty community exploded in a complete uproar, rightfully so. It was absolutely a scumbag move by Activision. I know, shocker. SM2 was not going to hurt Call of Duty in any way. In fact, I'm pretty sure you had to buy the OG Modern Warfare 2 just to play on it. And let's not act like there would have been thousands among thousands of players, so there wouldn't have really been much competition with the new Call of Duty releases. The primary reason the other modded clients were added was intended for COD players to enjoy the older Call of Duty games without the threat of hackers and cheaters. It's like the community did your job for you, yet you're somehow mad about that? The f are you doing? You had to buy the actual Call of Duty to play on it anyway, so Activision was still gonna get money out of it. Fortunately, Plutonium is still active, which allows you to go back to Black Ops 1 and 2. I swear, Activision, you better not, you mother. Now, I will admit, I made fun of this whole situation a while back. Roll the clip.
Activision just canceled. They just hit us with a cease and desist. SM2's done. They got canceled. SM2 got canceled by Activision. They're just so greedy. Billion-dollar corporation. The greed.
Now, don't confuse this with me defending Activision. My ultimate point was, well, what did you honestly expect? If you know how corrupt and scummy Activision truly is, then why would you be shocked by them pulling this stunt? I agreed that it was a scummy move, and I even expanded on that in the video, but I was just seeing everyone angry, and truthfully, I was confused as to why everyone was angry and shocked, as if this definitely wasn't gonna happen eventually with Activision. Use your brain. But as time passed on, I realized Activision canceling these projects was even worse than I originally thought. What I realized is that Call of Duty gives zero power to the players. Here's what I mean. Remember this exciting leak about Modern Warfare 2 2022? A map editor would have been amazing for Call of Duty. It would have empowered the COD community. Players could get creative with creating their own maps from scratch, which would be such a great addition to the franchise. But obviously Activision would never allow that much freedom because the Call of Duty developers would get totally exposed for being as talentless as they are. The players would absolutely create better maps than the devs, or at least edit the ones better than they already have. We would do their job for free and do it 100 times better. But listen, as much as I hate this cringe-ass game, it's doing a lot right by the players. Fortnite. Epic Games announced the Unreal Editor for Fortnite to create all kinds of insane creations, such as the original iconic map. Players were so dedicated to it that they began recreating all the best, most iconic Call of Duty maps. Epic gave the power to the players, but of course, Activision came to do what they do best: ruin the day. Activision began their reign of terror by canceling all these fan-made Call of Duty maps in Fortnite Creative for copyright infringement. They literally forced these dudes to delete all the progress and work they put into these maps. Like, the f*** are you guys doing? Are you really on that much of a power trip? And Activision pulled this again recently when they took down a Modern Warfare fan-made build on Verdansk, supposedly to protect Call of Duty from unauthorized use. The f*** are you talking about? You have unauthorized use of this franchise. You've done everything but protect it. Call of Duty is ruined because of all the garbage you've pulled the past 10 years. Giving the power to the players is absolutely vital to showing your appreciation to the fans who dedicate tons of time to your game. A map editor in Call of Duty would be a phenomenal addition. But as we all know, Activision is too greedy to ever give any power to their players, us, the passionate Call of Duty community. So I'm sure you're convinced now that Activision hates Call of Duty fans. But if not, then you're in luck, you COD sucker, because I'm giving you another one of the biggest ways Activision completely screwed the Call of Duty franchise. But before I do that, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the Juan, and to confirm that you still have functioning brain cells, and to say you were here before Juan goes viral. Also, hit that like button because you're enjoying this video and you still have more to enjoy. Thanks, my fellow gaming warriors. Now let's get right back into the video. So here's the next way Activision has ruined Call of Duty and proven how much they hate us Call of Duty fans: the integration of Warzone into Call of Duty. I know I just complimented Fortnite for giving power to the players, but don't get it twisted. I'm about to take a steaming dump all over it. Ultimately, Fortnite led to the downfall of Call of Duty multiplayer. Battle Royale started dominating the online gaming industry, and Call of Duty quickly jumped on the trend. First, Blackout was introduced in Black Ops 4, but then came Warzone, and out went Call of Duty multiplayer. All of Activision's focus turned to Warzone. It became their main priority because Battle Royale was king in online gaming, and obviously, it has made them loads of money. Call of Duty began copying the Fortnite model, selling cringe skins of famous celebrities or TV characters for players to constantly buy at will. Think about it. Why work hard on traditional 6v6 multiplayer when Battle Royale is where all the money is at? Odds are, players will foolishly buy into the hype of each Call of Duty if they market it well, which they usually do, and many of those players will utilize multiplayer to level up their weapons for Warzone. So why don't we just keep focusing on skins in Battle Royale like Fortnite and make the most amount of money possible while doing the least amount of work? Who cares about listening to the community? They're gonna buy our games anyway. Well, that may have worked years ago, but the tide is now changing. The Call of Duty community is waking up to Activision's scummy formula. I, for one, will never tolerate Infinity Turret ignoring us for a full-on year on their garbage game, Modern Warfare 2. I will never tolerate Activision holding out on everything all the passionate Call of Duty veteran fans were asking for, just so they could market that as the selling point of their next premium scam release, Modern Warfare 3. It's very clear that as soon as Warzone took over the Call of Duty scene, COD had lost its true identity. And that's not to say I never had fun on Verdansk, but the integration of Battle Royale Warzone into Call of Duty led to all of us longtime multiplayer fans to suffer. It's sad to say, but it's all true. Now, for the final way Activision has destroyed the Call of Duty franchise and proven how much they truly hate us all. I teased it early in the video, so here it finally is. Call of Duty's scary new AI voice chat moderation. Activision announced recently that there is now an AI voice chat moderation system in Modern Warfare 2 2022. Its supposed purpose is to enforce their BS code of conduct to make Call of Duty a safer place in game chat.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
For now, this is only live in North America for Modern Warfare 2, but it will be in Modern Warfare 3 worldwide on launch. Great news, right? Not. So now you're probably thinking, how the f am I gonna trash talk now? It's the only reason to play Call of Duty these days because the game itself is garbage, so you can't enjoy it in those regards. Plus, it's literally what the Call of Duty culture was built upon. Everyone who played the old Call of Duties, sorry Fortnite pace eaters, we all remember those toxic game chat lobbies where everyone is screaming and hollering at each other just for fun. As toxic as it truly is, trash talking became a part of the game. But here's the interesting part. Activision directly addresses this crucial question. Does the AI system ban trash talk from Call of Duty? Their answer is priceless. The system helps enforce the existing code of conduct, which allows for trash talk and friendly banter. You know what? Let's test out this anti-toxicity method of trash talk. I'm sure it'll go totally fine.
I hope you figure your head out there, buddy, because you got some fucking weird shit going on.
See? Totally friendly. Anyway, the AI will detect your voice chat in-game while you're playing to listen in and report rule-breaking issues automatically. If you break these rules and the AI finds you violating Call of Duty's code of conduct, you will not be banned instantaneously. According to Activision, detected violations of the code of conduct may require additional reviews of associated recordings to identify context before enforcement is determined. Okay, so you need humans to review the context of a conversation? Now we're back to square one. And hey, I wouldn't even trust the humans to do their job either because, well, look at the state of Call of Duty right now. Enough said. Therefore, actions taken will not be instantaneous. As the system grows, our processes and response times will evolve. So basically you're telling us you don't actually know what you're doing and that this whole AI system will be an absolute train wreck and that it's essentially useless. Well, I could have told you that. Because you think about it, there is a very simple solution to this voice chat toxicity problem. The mute button. If you don't like what people are saying, hit the mute button, you dumb motherfucker. Speaking of hitting buttons, make sure you hit the subscribe and like buttons. I mean, I am D1, but am I the only one who sees through this BS? None of it makes sense. Seriously though, I'm sorry if you are incapable of grasping the entire purpose and simple concept of a mute button. Then you are an idiot, you're lost! And you probably drive a Prius and think Modern Warfare 2 2022 is the best Call of Duty ever. Get help. There is no need for Wall-E or Baymax to determine whether my account gets banned or not because I said something even close to a certain word that it wrongfully detected. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree with what a lot of players say in Call of Duty lobbies.
Were you the loser nerd that was talking on the mic?
Are you the poor ass bitch talking on the mic? Jesus Christ, turn your fucking mic off, jeez.
Who, me?
Holy shit. Yes, fucking you. Who else do you think I was fucking talking to? Ain't nobody else talking.
I still don't know who you were talking to.
It's why I just simply refuse to partake in this stupidity. But again, there is a mute button for a reason. I don't really know what else to say. It's the obvious solution to all these green juice drinking, bug eating dorks complaining about voice chat in a video game. Mute them, you dumb sack of So yeah, I guess free speech is gone now too in Call of Duty, but they'll probably add it back in Treyarch's game in 2024 and use that as a selling point, so no worries. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Activision was using the AI to ban players on purpose, because Modern Warfare 2 did see a massive drop-off in monthly active users. What better way than to force people to make new accounts and boost that number? Total scumbags. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say Activision hates Call of Duty fans. The proof is in the pudding. Skill-based matchmaking, the Infinity Ward effect, giving no power to the players, Warzone, and the new AI voice chat moderation system. It's all destroying this franchise we all once cherished. Well, I'm gonna continue to do my best to making masterpiece videos like this for you guys, so please subscribe and hit that like button. First of all, it's free. Second of all, I am promising you the best Call of Duty content on the YouTubes. Third of all, you're enjoying this video, so why not? Fourth of all, that's all you need to know. Comment what you guys think about what I had to say. Do you agree on everything or not, and why? Most likely, my next big project will be the best Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 beta video, which you'll definitely want to watch, so ring that bell to be notified whenever I upload. Also, be sure to check out the Smash Brethren, all my creator friends who are joining me in the takeover of YouTube. They'll be in my channels tab. Thanks for watching, everyone. I truly hope you enjoyed. I put a lot of time into creating this video to make sure you did. But one more thing. This is very important. I am exceptional. It has been one.